Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Locum23. You're joining me for Fallout Shelter on the PC. Horsemen of the Post-Apocalypse, Part 3. Run, 3-Dog, run! Save 3-Dog from death cultists chasing him. All this time, 3-Dog has been saving lives, helping settlers evade the Horseman's followers, but it's put him on the Vault 144's hit list. His last broadcast has him on the run from death cultists. We need to get to him before they do, and one of his pursuers might know the location of Death's Cave. Woo! Skip this one because that one's a daily. How are all of you doing? I'm doing okay. So, continuing from where we left off in the previous video. So pretty much most of my life I've had asthma. Had hypothyroid from what my doctor, when I finally hit 17, told me. He says, it looks like you've had thyroid issues for a while. It looks like you've got, the weight issues. So, let's get you on some thyroid pills, blah, 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 blah. Weird Death's wake-up call. Cool story, bro. So, like I said, living with a condition that affects your respiratory, especially when you have asthma attacks and everything, it can cause temporary damage, and then it can also cause permanent damage. So that's when you go to a pulmonary specialist, and they do all their shenanigans, and they do everything. Well, like I said, I try and be as physically active as possible, even though with everything else and some things I'm not talking about, and maybe one day I'll feel comfortable enough about talking about. Pretty much I went to him, and it didn't look good. Didn't look good. When your doctor gives you an expiration date, me is me. And, I mean, my grandmother, who is my mother, I call her Mom, she raised me. When she passed, I barely shed any tears. Being told that by a doctor, that you have an expiration date. Yes, we're all going to die one day, but being told it's someday soon, the power of Article 23, subsection E. Pretty much he looked at me and he says, you're going to be lucky to make it past this date. It was tough on me. I started to well up and cry there, but I maintained my composure. He says what we need to do is we need to run a drastic amount of other tests. We need to get you into these other doctors. Nuka Nicola Eagle, there you go. We know who you are by now. Do you know how hard it is to infiltrate these guys? They all know each other. But it turns out, I look like one of them, and they haven't realized that there are two Daves. So, what do you want to know? Where's Death's Caves? What or who is Death? How close are they to meeting their quota? How is killing people supposed to wake Death? These are all good questions. Where's Death's Cave? We'll figure out in the game. Will be like, here's Death's Cave, go there. What or who is Death? That's not pertinent. How close are they? No. You know what? Here. It's just all there in the manual. You can't just make this stuff up. No, they literally did make it up. I remember that in the past quest, where the D, every time they speak of death, is capitalized, so they think that they're summoning literally death. Anyway, so I have to go to a heart doc because they're worried that God damn it. May Death wake up on the right side of the bed. You piss off. Oh my god. Trying to explain this while doing something where you have to read what they're saying is also kind of hard. I have to go to a heart doctor. I have to get a bunch of things done because, like I said, the right side of your heart is what does the oxygen and everything. Because right now I'm on some of the strongest breathing meds possible, and things aren't working out so well. Like I said in the prior video, I do have a little bit of weight on me, and any weight past what you should be is bad for you. And I believe it's every 5 to 7% of your body mass increases the risk of heart disease. It increases the risk of asthma attacks. You'll never escape the claws of death. Oh, what a great video to talk about death and death! But no, saving the crits. So, I have to also get some very detailed, like, rare as hellish kind of breathing tests. Like, I have to sign a waiver that I'm not gonna, my family or anybody, like any loved ones, any friends, whatnot, are not gonna pursue legal action. That I went into a test willingly. And basically, they induce your breathing attacks to see how bad your lungs are. They want to see everything down in there. Not looking forward to that. I'm really not looking forward to that. Hold on. The quota is almost met, so now is the season of death. Makes no difference if you save the meddlesome DJ. Very soon the wasteland will be ripped apart by death's claws. Vault 144 will stand victorious, a respectful, safe distance behind death. You're all psychopaths. The manual is wrong. Killing will not wake up some mythical horseman. If I had my very much correct manual, I'd beat you over the head with it. Huh, good thing we're gonna fight now. So I gotta go get a test like that. I gotta get more blood panels. Now it's something about we want to see if there's an allergen. Maybe you have some allergens in your blood that aren't being. I mean, I just it's a bunch of shit that it's like holy hell. And I spoke a long time ago about how I feel like I'm a guinea pig. I literally feel like I'm a guinea pig. But it's sad because you look at like House, like the TV show. I really wish House existed. Now that's how you fight the good fight. I can't thank you heroes enough. If it helps, I overheard them talking about a cave you're looking for. It's 5 miles south of here. Entrance is dark and foreboding. You can't miss it. Now, things still so hot out there, I need to find a safer place to broadcast from. Come to our vault. Our radio workers are happy to give their easy jobs for a radio legend. Work for an overseer? Could be worse. I am the best overseer you could ever wish for, sir. We need to have a moment to talk. No, he is the third 3-dog we have in our vault, by the way. You can get 3-dog from lunch boxes and shit. So he's actually the third one we'll have now. But yeah, I gotta go through all these tests. I gotta go through all this crap. I gotta go to an ENT because there's some... They had... See, this is the shit that I'm talking about, okay? This is how pissed up the medical situation is, okay? So for a while, as you know, during the spring season and even winter, especially if you were a constant viewer of mine, I would have like sore throats or strep or something. Well, I keep getting this reoccurring issue. And now I've got to go to an ENT again, a different one, because the prior one was an idiot. And even my doctor was like, you know what, that just don't sound right. So this was, here's an antibiotic, oh, that's not working, here's an antibiotic, oh, that's not working, here's an antibiotic, oh, that's... I went through amoxicillin, hybrid amoxicillin, penicillin, hybrid penicillin, I have went through antifungal treatments, I have went through all this other shit. And it's like the doctor was pulling things out of his head. Well, I hate to break this to you, and anybody that knows us health conscious wise, taking all of that shit in chain, like, repercussion of just, here's this and this and this and this, and just keep taking it. You go, and it's like killing the good in your body. This is why I hate science, like the medical science. I don't hate science, but I hate medical. I especially hate the doctors because they give you this crap and they're like, hey, try this. Oh, I don't know what you even have, but we're going to try it. And you're stripping your body of good bacteria. You're stripping good living blood cells. You're doing all this shit to yourself in the hopes of getting fixed. And at the same time, you're getting sicker as they're treating you. So... And you can't really sue anybody. Oh my god. It's just a really screwed up system, and I really wish I wasn't a part of it. If I could find a country that, or even a state in America or something that was like, you know what? We are not going to stop. We are going to go through your body. We're going to run all these tests before we give you a bunch of shit to take to be a guinea pig. I would probably move there. But, I digress. But, I mean, I'm okay. Per se. I hope not to die anytime soon about that. But no, I'm going to have to push a lot more. I'm going to have to, you know, get as much in shape as possible. Because doing that also gets your heart stronger, but you don't want to over push. The other day's almost century mark push did make me feel weak in a lot of places that aren't muscles, such as your chest. When your chest is feeling weak and a bit, you know, weak, it's about the only word you can use. Basically stressed, you know. You ever ride a bike or you ever go walking and you feel your calf muscles, they're a little tight, they're a little achy. That's how when your chest feels that. Yeah, you're like, yeah, so I've got all this shit to do, and, so not just do I already have enough on me, I got even more now. Life is fun, isn't it? Life is fun. But, I digress. I'm hanging in there. I got so much shit that I want to do, and I don't plan on, like I said, I'm not afraid of death. I just didn't plan to die anytime soon. Let's put it that way. Boy, that was sure over quick, wasn't it? Oh my god, I'm just trying to do... Let's do that. There. So we got 2 more attacks before we're done with that. A ton for that, and then we're getting up there. We're getting up there. Basically what I would do is I would just pick a room. Just keep rushing it until you have a 100% fail rate. And then eventually you'll have the fires, everything. Make sure, though, if you ever have to do that, make sure you have plenty of these. As you can see, they're in the red, so we're maxed at the moment. But yeah, I've got so much I want to do, so much I want to live for now. You know, I expected when I'm an old man to die. And I mean, I can still, hopefully, that's what part of these tests are. Is this temporary damage? Can we get, you know, some of this fixed? Can we do this? Can we do this? Is it possibly the antibiotics really pissed him up? We need to do some really invasive things to help him. Does he need to be put on a transplant list for his lungs, his heart? What's going on? You know, let's get this guy to live. And finally a doctor looked at me and he's like, you know, I'm not going to put you on any meds. We need to do these labs. We need to do them ASAP, and I need to see you back in a month. We need to find out what's going on. So finally a doctor cared enough about me, because the other ones were just like, screw you. Here's this, and you have a fungal infection. Oh, so I think. I don't give it about you. I just, you know, just here, take these pills. You know, we've tried all the antibiotics, which taking antibiotics and then taking fungal shit and then going back on antibiotics, it's very lethal for you. And a lot of people have described taking just the antifungals alone, especially the ones I was on, as in a way being on like chemotherapy. The nausea and the draining of your body and all these things, it felt, you know, like to some people like they were on chemotherapy. And these are people who can relate because they had been on chemotherapy. They had talked about it, and they're like, you know what? I literally felt like I was going through a chemo treatment again. And so when you hear that, it's like, oh, and I have 2 months of this shit to take in a row. That was not fun. That was long before I did these videos, so keep that in mind. That was a couple years ago. That's how long some of these issues have been gone. Yeah, take that into account, too. Oh, but I got a bunch of content to do today. We've got choices that hopefully will come out here in a couple hours, so I can get done with that. So hopefully I can get done with that so I can actually go to bed tonight at a reasonable hour, because I desperately need the sleep. I desperately need to just relax. Haven't had a solid even over 4 hours sleep. And I'd say at least this week. And at least this week. And last night I was like, you know what, I'm going to get a good 7 hours. Screw it. You know, we just need to, especially after that bike ride. And, yeah, it didn't turn out that way, because when you take care of special needs brothers, your life is not that simple. You know what I'm saying? So, I hope that you never have a special needs family member, child, or someone you have to take care of, because it's very stressful. I told the doctor that, he's like, wow, you do have quite a workload on you. And it's like, yeah, pretty much, yeah. Yeah, I do. So, you know, I would hope my heart's in working condition. Either that or how the hell am I alive, good sir? But I digress. So, I do thank you all for watching my content. You're all amazing. Feel free to like and share the video. Also, let me know in the comment section below if you have any questions, if you have anything to say, whatever, whether it be good or bad. Also, feel free to follow me on my social medias. They're down in the description below. And if you want to support me or my content, would be greatly appreciated. There's also a couple links down there in the description as well. And otherwise, thank you all for watching. Stay well, stay awesome, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.